You know, he coming to the league. I was like, man, let's see what this is about.
I gave him the nickname Heaven Sent.
Something about him, just the way he played.
LeBron had grown 5 or 6 inches.
I knew he had the potential. I didn't think he was going to be where he is today.
I watched him. I'm like, damn.
When LeBron first stepped into the league, everybody heard the hype, the headlines, the wild comparisons. But nobody was truly ready for what showed up on that court. He was only 18, but nothing about him said teenager. The way he moved, the way he handled contact, the way he saw the floor.
When did you and LeBron start playing each other and start developing a friendship?
So LeBron is one year below me. So we played, and when I get to Oak Hill, LeBron and them had beat Oak Hill the previous year. And I'm like, yo, I gotta play against him. Like, it's on the schedule. We gotta make it happen. I knew nothing. I ain't never seen him, none of that. Because back then, he was the pamphlets, right?
Man, we was talking about this before. Like, there's no internet. You didn't know who the motherfucker was till you seen him in the gym.
It was Bob Gibbons' report, you know what I'm saying? So whoever was in that box in the middle,
that's crazy.
whoever was in the box, that was the number one player. So that's who you going after at that point. So we get the jersey, and we playing in a primetime shootout, and he coming in the hotel, and we coming in the hotel, and he like, yo, you mellow? Like, you know, you mellow? I'm like, yeah. And we sat on the steps. It was All-Star Weekend in Philly, too. So we sat on the steps for hours the night before the game. Like, I don't know nothing about you, dog. You don't know nothing about me. And we sat there for hours just kicking and just talking, man. And we clicked from that moment, you know what I'm saying? We just felt like we had similar backgrounds, you know what I'm saying? You single parent home, broken family, growing up in the hood, you know, that was a similar story. So we connected off of that.
It felt like he skipped a whole stage of development. His build alone didn't even seem real. He walked in looking like a young star tight end. Broad chest, heavy shoulders, strong legs, and an upper body that looked more like someone who had already survived a decade of NBA battles. Not a kid fresh out of high school. This wasn't the body of some amateur, this was a frame that made veterans double take. Early on, guys tried to rough him up, lean on him, push him, make him feel that rookie tension, but he didn't move an inch. You'd bump him, and it felt like you bounced off a brick wall.
So for you, what was it like guarding LeBron, and how did his game improve and evolve over the years?
Man, I remember at 15 years old in Chicago, he was there. Like, Jordan was there. Barkley was a little older. He was just getting in shape. But Jordan was going to work. Michael Finley was there. Stackhouse was there. Antoine Walker was in his prime in 1999 or 2000. He was in his prime. So I see LeBron walking to the gym. Everybody was talking about LeBron. I think he was on TV by this time also. So I see him. I didn't play against him his first game, but I watched him. I'm like, damn. 15, 16. I think he was there 2 years in a row, if I'm not mistaken. Then I went up against him, and he was on a fast break, coming full speed, just like he do now. And I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna stop him, because he's coming full speed. And he was like 225 at this time. So as I tried to grab him, he was still going up, so I put him on the floor. Right, so I put him on the floor, and I was like, wow. That was at 15. He was already ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if I didn't put him on the floor, he was going right through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then playing against him, first game, he had 25 against me.
Damn.
25 points, and that was when like, nobody was getting that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, not in my prime, and I was like, yo, this dude is the real deal. So I always gave it up to him, but when I played against him, I tried to compete. And then I remember him, he gave me 25, and he was like, is this your best defender? He said that to the crowd in Indiana. And I was heated, like I was so heated. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this in my head, I'm like,
He was too strong, too explosive, too locked in for anyone to shake him. And on top of all that, he was calm. Almost too calm for someone his age. You'd see him dribbling down the court in transition, and seasoned vets, guys who had guarded legends, guys who never hesitated, would slide back half a step because they knew this kid wasn't intimidated by anybody.
Also, you weren't all in on LeBron when you first faced him, were you? Like, did you see that this guy is going to be the chosen one? He's going to be one of the great players of all time?
I knew he had the potential. I didn't think he was going to be where he is today. No. I didn't think he was going to have that type of career. I mean, I knew the kid was good. He was very talented, but to think that he would be one of the greatest, arguably the greatest to play the game, no, not at the time. No, you don't see that.
But you guys faced each other Orlando and the Cavs on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
That was back.
He was a rookie.
Yeah.
He was a rookie at the time.
And what'd you think?
Again, the kid was good. The kid, at the time, I'm calling the kid because he was 18 years old at the time. But he was really good. But even then, I still didn't think, he was going to be arguably the greatest player of all time.
What's wild is how that same energy followed him into the next generation.
We're playing against the young, non-experienced. He came in as a shooting guard, right? So he came in as a shooting guard. I torched shit out of him at shooting guard. Then he grew.
Yeah.
Right. I remember we were in the playoff, and that first year Antoine got him, right? And then we came into the playoffs and he's posting up and he's taller than Antoine, and I had to whisper, "Hey, coach, I think did he grow? Does this motherfucker grow?" It was like, I don't think so. And I was like, man, he bigger than them dudes now, man. And then we was like, put Jared on him. So we had to put Jared Jeffries on him, Jared 6'11". So we tried everything. Like, it was just one of those, and you can just see it like, yeah, if we're gonna get him, we gotta get him now, because the smarter he gets, the stronger he gets. We ain't gonna get past him in the playoffs.
Today's young players talk about their first time facing him the exact same way the old heads did. They spent their whole childhoods watching him on TV.
I can remember one time and being in Cleveland, being picked up one of my friends. "Where we going?" "You gotta see this kid." "Man, no, man, I'm hungry." "No, you gotta see this kid." "What kid?" I'm like, "Damn, he's on Sports Illustrated already?" So we pulled in the gym in Cleveland, and it's packed. And I see this kid, and I haven't seen nobody dominate high school like that since me. And I said to myself, he can go pro right now.
I remember being in my first All-Star game in Philly. And, we in the locker room, and, we talking to reporters, and they was like, "Man, have y'all heard of this kid?" The chatter was like, "Have you heard of this kid named LeBron James? Man, this kid he a high school phenom. He's so good, he could probably start in this All-Star game." And I was like, so I sat up and was like, what? I'm looking around, I'm like, they go AI, Kick Ticket, Shaq, Jordan. Like, this kid, I had to really sit up and say, it's a kid out there in high school this good. I was like, hold on. And they didn't have no Instagram, so I could just, let me see where he is. If you had to go see him.
Yeah.
And I saw a lot of NBA guys was going out, flying out to see this play. Celebrities, rappers, Jay-Z and all them going out to see him play. So I'm like, man, this kid must be nice, but I don't think he that good, And then just to see the pressure that was put on him coming into the league and to live up to those expectations, because they was like, he could be the greatest to ever play the game. And you like, man, they giving this kid this already? He came in with a nickname, King, out the jump. I ain't never seen that outside of Magic. Came in the league with the nickname. Like, usually you earn that while you in the league. He coming to the league, I was like, man, let's see what this is about. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going at him. I'm going at him early. We dropping each other off 40, boom, boom, boom. And I wasn't ready to call a young cat 21, 22 king. He gonna have to earn this.
For sure.
And so for him to live up to it and probably surpass the expectations, that's tough, because nobody in our league has ever had to deal with these type of expectations coming in.
The finals runs, the huge chase down blocks, the poster dunks, the buzzer beaters, and suddenly they're checking him on an NBA court with their own fans screaming around them. Some admit their heart was racing. Others say they tried to play it cool, even though they were nervous inside. And it doesn't matter the era, different players, different styles, different basketball trends. That first moment across from LeBron hits everybody the same way.
Interaction with LeBron, and it's funny though, because
does he call you grandfather?
I was nowhere getting no minutes on the court at this particular game. I get in the game though. It's a tie game with about 4 seconds on the clock. LeBron James, you remember the pass he got in Washington? He got one of them type of passes in Washington, faded, turned around.
Hit the game winner, yeah.
He did that same thing in Boston. And when they subbed me in, I had that little 4 seconds, and I sat right back down. Right? So it was like, damn, but I was so ready for that moment. I was so just geeked up, cause the way they was talking about LeBron, he this. And when I came in and got the stop, I'm like, When I saw it go in, I look up, I say, good DTA. Hey, he took his mouthpiece out, looked back and said, man, I just missed.
The first shot I ever took in the game, I set a screen for Kai, slipped it. Kai threw me a float pass, and I thought I was wide open. So I'm like, I'm finna get my first bucket, like I'm gonna calm down. And I tried to lay it up. He can't, I don't know where Brian came. He came to the 5th row. I didn't score to the second half. I didn't get my first bucket to the second half.
Was that your welcome to the NBA moment?
That was for sure my welcome to the NBA moment. My first shot, Brian came out of nowhere.
Whether you're a veteran in 2003 or a rookie in 2025, standing across from LeBron gives you that same shock. That moment where your brain goes, wow, that's really him. It sticks with every player forever. And that's why what I'm about to show you is so special. I've put together a list of NBA legends and current players sharing their first time facing, or even just seeing, LeBron James in person. And we're kicking it off with someone who's been connected to LeBron from day one. Someone who entered the league at the exact same moment and still remembers their very first matchup like it happened yesterday. Next up is someone who played the game with a level of intensity you could feel from the stands. And the moment he faced LeBron for the first time, he realized something crazy. This young kid didn't back down from physical contact at all. He went straight into the collisions like he'd been doing it for years. And that's when this veteran knew LeBron wasn't built like the usual rookies who needed time to adjust.
LeBron was in the 7th grade at AAU Nationals. I got that game on tape. And so it's always been funny to me when I've heard the outside noise on LeBron early in his career. Everybody was wanting him to be like Kobe and be like Jordan. And I was like, yeah, I don't understand. This dude was a point guard. And that's who I was matched up against. But he was a point guard who could jump out the gym. So on the tape, you see him diamond out, but then you also see him getting all this over the rim in the 7th grade, right? So funny story is, it was me, Indy Eby, Kendrick Perkins, we all on the Houston Hoops. The very next year, we checking in the hotel for AAU Nationals. LeBron and his team is standing outside the hotel, and Bron had grown 5 or 6 inches. Big Perk like, yo, is that the same nigga? And I was like, yo, that's the same dude. And we knew then it was a wrap, because everything that you see, the vision, the handling, the playmaking, he had all that at 6'2", 6'3". Now you telling me that this dude can do this at 6'6", 6'7". We knew it was over. That was before the Sports Illustrated article that named him the chosen one. We already knew.
Then comes a generational scorer, a guy who understood talent the second he saw it. He recognized LeBron's skill right away, the vision, the strength, the control. But even he couldn't have predicted that the teenager standing in front of him would eventually turn into one of the greatest players the game has ever witnessed. He saw the spark, but nobody knew it would explode like that.
My rookie year was around Christmas time, I think. I wasn't playing, so like my rookie, I didn't play that much. And I was driving to the game. I hadn't played in like 3 or 4 games before that. It's been a while. I was just, sitting down watching the games. And I'm driving to the game, talking to my dad. Lakers Celtics. They've been hyping this up all week, for real. We had practice on like a Monday, like this is the Lakers Celtics, like let's go, like we gotta win this game. I haven't played all week. I'm not playing today. Yeah, for real. I was like, bro. I know where this is going. Bro, I said I'm not getting in. It's the end of the first quarter. I'm standing like in the back of the huddle, and I'm like watching Brad Stevens draw up a play, and I'm sitting there chilling, and he's like, Neesmith, get JT.
Me?
Yeah. I said, for real, I was like, okay. So I take my shooting shirt off, I sit down. Once again, I have not played in like a week. So I get in, I go to the corner, I'm standing there waiting for the Lakers to come out. Lakers come out, LeBron runs straight to me. He does his little, little trot. So he does his little trot to me, and I was like, oh boy. So he does a little trot to me. I'm standing in the corner. Play starts. JB's coming at me. I go to run at him to fake the back door. Yeah. Man, LeBron is like at the block. And he's like, back door straight into his chest. And he was like, bro, you have not played. Like, you're not getting the ball first thing you come into the game.
Hold on. No. Talking to him?
Bro, yeah.
He said that to you?
So I go through to the other side. Play finishes, you go down again, boom, whatever. I play like my 4 or 5 minutes, I come out the game. Then LeBron's talking to my teammate. He's talking to my teammate because he was guarding him, and he was like, it was a timeout. He's standing in front of our bench, ball's on the other end of the floor. So he was like, this is what I'm gonna do to you. I'm gonna have the ball right. I'm gonna throw my hand up. I'm gonna tell him to throw it to the hand. I'm gonna put my right leg over yours. I'm gonna fade away, and it's gonna be a bucket. Bro, about 30 seconds later, had him right here. Throw it to the hand. Throw it to the hand. Boom. Bucket. Tried it right back down. I said, oh my God.
That's different. What are your memories from LeBron's rookie year? 2004.
Different. Like I gave him a nickname. I gave him a nickname Heaven Sent.
Yeah.
Like God said, you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't get that good
early.
Early, right out the gate. AT coming out of high school. Ain't nobody think. I was like, nah, man, he can't be that good. He gonna be good in the league, but shit, man, I'm in practice with this boy. I'm like, woo. He was the real deal. And I'm talking
as a baby.
As a baby, he knew it. He knew he had a great feel for it. Athletic, get where he wanted to get. You know what I mean? He was different. That's why I used to call him Heaven Sent. Like God just said, you dog.
Yeah.
The build, athletically.
260 and change.
Yeah.
That was the first time I ever got cut.
Yeah.
Cleveland, I was behind. I was not
Yeah, he.
But I was like, damn, he's a kid.
Yeah.
260 had the whole shit.
Now, we shift to one of the most confident, fearless players of the 2000s. Someone who studied LeBron's style from day one like he was breaking down a puzzle. He saw the small details, the pace changes, the timing, the way LeBron read defenses like an open book, and he instantly understood he wasn't just watching a highlight machine. He was watching a basketball mind way ahead of his age.
I went down there, and when I went there, they give me the guys, you go in the gym, they give me the little side guys, and they keep their little crew.
Right.
They high school team, they went to state, damn near 4 years in a row, won 3 of them. Like, they really know how to play with each other and play. So, I get the rest of the guys, they play on my team, I'm going LeBron. I'm going at him. He ain't really stopping me or nothing like that, but it was something about him, just the way he played, the way they played, and how he orchestrated. And then it was like the last game we was playing, and he was at the top of the key, and he tried to pull me back. And I got all up on it. I'm on it. He shot the 3. I passed him. I put my hand on the ball. He adjusted.
Cash.
And it went in for game. I said, yeah. He one of them.
So you knew he was different as soon as that happened?
Yeah, when that Pacific play, cause my homeboy was there. Cause I used to call my homeboys back home. It's like, man, it's this dude named LeBron James. He probably the best high school player I ever seen. No, he ain't, G. No, he ain't, G. He ain't better than you, G. I ain't never seen nobody better. I'm talking about arguing with my own people about me and somebody else.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, this dude is throwing it between his legs, dunking that motherfucker. He doing everything.
Or you played him the first time, were you like, man, we'll see what's up with this dude? Like, or did you know already?
I'm gonna run a quick check. I'm gonna find out. But but I wasn't one of those dudes running my mouth. Like, LeBron wasn't in my category as a player. Like, what I look like talking about, we'll see if LeBron, I mean, that shit would just be stupid. But I'm gonna still check you, and so I remember it. He was running through, and I shot him one to the solar plexus, as we crossed underneath the basket. I popped him, bang, right, just to see what he was going to do. And he looked at me, and he just kind of chuckled, and I was like, oh, okay. He was just big, and he was unfazed
he was 18.
by that. Yeah,
he was 18, just laughed at you.
I don't know what took me more by surprise. The fact that the check, because I gave him a good shot. That was,
Some guys only felt LeBron's impact from the outside, but then you had the ones who saw it up close, right in their face. A guard who tried to match up with him couldn't believe how much bigger and stronger LeBron was than everybody else. And then one of the most dominant big men to ever play stepped onto the floor and realized almost instantly, this kid is not normal. Both walked off thinking the exact same thing. LeBron wasn't developing into greatness. He was already there.
You never know, right? A kid coming out of high school, even though his hype was like never seen before in the NBA. And, I'm a pro, I'm in the league, I've been to college, whatever. You know, we hear about LeBron. We saw him play a couple times in high school, and he looks terrific against the high school competition. So you're like, oh, he's going to be able to play and compete. We get him on campus to get him to practice. He got the ball. He drives down the baseline and he jumps over Milt Palacio, like leaped over him, spread his legs, laid the ball in, and I'd never seen that before in person. Now, I heard stories about MJ, I heard stories about Dr. J, but I'm witnessing an 18-year-old kid jump over a 6'5" point guard and lay the ball in, and he took off from outside the paint. And then on top of that, right away we knew that he was our best player. He passed the ball, he got by people, he wanted to draw on the defense and kick it to. He made the game so much easier and so much fun to play with. Right away, we knew he was our best player.
His level was just different. Next is a defensive specialist known for never folding under pressure, someone who challenged every superstar, and even he has a hilarious story about his first time trying to check LeBron. One possession in, and he already knew guarding this dude was a whole different assignment. Now, we go way back before the bright lights and the arenas, all the way to AAU basketball, to someone who faced LeBron in 7th grade. He watched LeBron come back the very next summer taller, stronger, faster, almost like a whole new player. Even as a kid, the growth was unbelievable.
So the first time I seen LeBron play, so let me tell you a story. I remember seeing LeBron for the first time. He was doing a special, let's say it was on a network. And in this special, he was a junior, and it was like coming out this junior season. He had this little nappy fro and baby face, squeaky voice. And I remember listening to the interview and hearing him say like if he can challenge the rule to enter the NBA after junior year, like he would. And I remember thinking, this cocky little what? He could leave high school after his junior and go play in the NBA? And then he had the game on ESPN with Dick Vitale, just that whole, the first high school game that we seen. And I tuned in like everybody else to just see what this guy was all about. 3 minutes in watching him play, I was like, oh, okay, this dude good. He good. Like he's on another level. He was a star. Like to have that moment, to be able to perform like that when this moment was so big and he made it look so easy, you knew he was a star.
Then you've got a young star who grew up watching LeBron on TV. The finals, the posters, the takeover moments, and suddenly he's guarding him on the biggest stage under real pressure. The switch from watching him to trying to stop him hit fast, and he felt that difference right away. Next is a player who checked LeBron as a rookie and instantly realized there's a huge gap between seeing him on a screen and facing him on the court. That first possession was enough to make him understand exactly why LeBron had been dominating for so long. Then there's a veteran who practiced with LeBron when he first entered the league and knew immediately he wasn't dealing with any normal 18-year-old.
This guy's not that young. He has a seasoned game, he has experience, he has a great feel, and he was like the first guy out of high school directly into the NBA who didn't need to ease his way in. I mean, he came in with a big splash, he asserted himself, he let everybody know that he was the real deal, and to be so young was so impressive. And so he was a nightmare, even back then, the game plan for. He was still on the defensive end. I don't think he was up to where he eventually became, but a great player right out the gate.
I remember first time playing against him in the actual game. He was so much bigger and stronger than everybody at that position. And me and Tayshaun was sitting on the bench because, at that time he was a pass first type of guy. He still is a pass first type of guy. And we were like, hey, you know what, we better beat up on him now because once he figures it out, we ain't gonna have a chance. And in that playoff game, he kind of figured it out and had 25 straight points on us.
Shot clock to 6. Goes behind the back. And the game is tied at 104.
That's too good right there. I looked at Tay, I said, Tay, bro, he figured it out, man. That might have been our last time the year before that of beating up on LeBron James because now this kid is about to take over the league.
The focus, the power, the way he controlled drills, it was clear this kid was operating on a completely different wavelength. And of course, you've got LeBron's early Cleveland teammates, the guys who saw everything before the cameras did. One watched his insane work ethic day after day, and another saw how effortlessly he blended in with established veterans. Both realized fast that this wasn't some young rookie trying to catch up. This was someone ready to lead right away. Then there was the tough defender who tried to test LeBron early, throwing his physical weight around like he always did. But when LeBron didn't even flinch, he just laughed. That defender knew instantly he was dealing with a different kind of competitor. That laugh told him everything. Now, we go to a legend who entered the league before LeBron, but the moment he saw him play, he noticed how complete and polished LeBron's game already was. The passing, the strength, the awareness. It was way more advanced than someone his age should have been. Players don't come in that ready, but LeBron did, and finally, we get to someone who shared one of the deepest, most personal basketball histories with LeBron. Their careers were tied together from the start, and from their very first matchup, he knew LeBron's talent was operating on a level that very few players in NBA history ever reached. So guys, I hope you enjoyed these stories. Tell me which LeBron moment hit you the hardest. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.